The early Congresses could do little to affect immigration. The Constitution gave that power to the states. However, Congress was given the authority to ban the slave trade after 1808, which it did, and the authority to establish rules for naturalization. In 1790, it passed the first Naturalization Act.
Any alien, being a free white person, may be admitted to become a citizen of the United States.
The Republican platform of 1864 stated,
"Foreign immigration, which in the past has added so much to the wealth, resources, and increase of power to the nation, should be fostered and encouraged."
The door was wide open for Europeans. The experience for Asian immigrants in this period was quite different. In 1882, Congress passed the Chinese Exclusion Act, severely restricting immigration from China. American attitudes toward immigration began to shift. Nationalism and suspicion of foreigners were on the rise, and immigrants' loyalties were often called into question. Through the early 20s, a series of laws was passed to limit the flow of immigrants. In the 1930s, with the Second World War accelerating in Europe, a new kind of immigrant began to challenge the quota system and the American conscience. A small number of refugees fleeing Nazi persecution arrived under the quota system, but most were turned away. After the war, the refugee crisis continued. President Truman responded.
I urge the Congress to turn its attention to this world problem in an effort to find ways whereby we can fulfill our responsibilities to these thousands of homeless and suffering refugees of all faiths.
Congress answered with the Displaced Persons Act of 1948, offering hundreds of thousands entry into the United States. But millions more were left to seek refuge elsewhere. In the 1960s, calls for immigration reform were growing louder. In 1965, Lyndon Johnson signed the Hart-Celler Act into law. Gone was the quota system favoring Western Europe, replaced by one offering hope to immigrants from all the continents. The face of America was truly about to change.
We're a nation of immigrants. Some were forced, as in African Americans, and some came looking for new opportunities. So I'm always open to an open country, open borders and immigration. And I think we don't have any right to deprive people of trying to find a better life.
Immigrants, but we want the country to stay safe. So we'd like legal immigration, and people with shady backgrounds or, history of violence and things really should be monitored or not let into the country. But we're all immigrants to begin with, so we want to welcome all nations to our country. And that's what makes it so wonderful. It's learning about other people's cultures. So yeah, we want to embrace that, but we also want to secure safety for our children.
Does America have a duty to keep its doors open to the world?